It was selected for having dowels in it also. I'm going to move along with the video on this. I've wasted quite a bit of time already not having the microphone turned on. So we'll start over and move on down. Doing the panoramic view of this. This is approximately a 6-foot fill section, although it didn't look it looking across the road. That median it's a divided highway here, and the median looks like it receives quite a bit of fill material, roughly 17 years ago when this was built. Looking around, you can see off on the outside edge where we are indeed in the fill. We're in a tangent section here. There's a very slight left curve up there. It's a 6-minute curve, which has not even requiring super elevation. So we have no concerns in that regard for surface drainage. Stan Armstrong was telling me about a 4R project which is upcoming on this particular section of roadway. And what it will involve will be an overlay and leveling of these shoulders, bring them up to the same elevation of the edge of pavement here, and some joint cleaning and resealing. Probably the main defect that we've noted in this pavement has been the need for cleaning and resealing the joints. We have a number of places where the joint sealant has utterly vanished, and we do have some incompressibles in there. We also have some faulting getting up almost to the medium level, I should say. We've seen some that's slightly over a ½ inch. That's the faulting and the joint sealant damage. We're at about station 0 plus 70 here. We have about a ½ inch fault, with the approach slab being about a ½ inch higher than the leave slab at the joint. You can see how some incompressibles have gotten in there and how the joint sealant has been removed with time intermittently across the lane. See that looking up over there. Lane shoulder drop-off here appears to be between 3/4 of an inch and about 1.5 inches, possibly up to 2 inches. Coming up on station 1 here. The joint sealant damage is evident in almost every joint throughout this test section. In driving through the entire project, we noticed places of intermittent severe faulting throughout. In this section, it appears that most of the joints are faulted less than ½ inch, with a few of them being up to a ½ inch in total amount of faulting. Here's another example of some joint sealant damage where some rocks and so on have gotten down into the joint after the sealant came out of it. Just following the joint on across the lane there. Continuing the walking survey, we've got another location here. This is at approximately station 1 plus 90 where we have a construction defect. This is where some sawing took place a little bit out of place, I'd say. And this has been apparently sealed. This has been sealed. You also see where apparently a piece of wood or something got down in there in the concrete as it was setting up. Kinds of pumping or anything throughout here. The type of base they use isn't really susceptible to that. It's a crushed granite base with not too much passing the 200 sieve. Station 2 plus 70, we have this sign, 4 miles to Trussville, 50 miles to Gadsden. Just one more monument to locate the test section by. Haven't noticed any cracking in any of the slabs. The main things which I've already noted and shown examples of are, well, there's some minor spalling at the joints, which we've seen some of, but some faulting and also joint sealant damage, which seems to be prevalent in each joint throughout this test section, as I've already mentioned. On about 1.4% grade in the tangent section here. We've got plenty of sight distance. A 4R project is planned for this roadway, for this section of roadway, coming up in the next year or two. I think tentatively it's scheduled to take place next summer. What they plan on doing is coming in here and leveling the shoulders, cleaning and resealing the joints. I don't know if they have any undersealing planned. It appears that we'll be able to avoid